What is going on, you guys? It's your girl Diana, back at you with another YouTube video. Yesterday we had to say goodbye to Ash and Pikachu, and in just a few weeks we'll be starting a brand new adventure with Liko and Roy. And it just so happens that we happen to get the description for episode 1 of our brand new Pokemon anime along with the name. So let's go ahead and hop into it. So I'm here on Annie-Poke Fandom's Twitter page where yesterday they tweeted out this update that says the new Pokemon anime series featuring Liko and Roy as the new protagonist is scheduled to start on April 14th, which we've known that this is going to be starting on April 14th for quite some time now because they've literally been teasing this anime since before the actual little send-off series for Ash and Pikachu started airing, all the way back to the Pokemon Journeys episodes. Since we were getting the little teasers of all the new Paldea starters and of course Koraidon and Miraidon at the end of the Pokemon Journeys episodes. But our new show is officially called Pokemon Horizons the series, and this is our logo right here, which obviously they have a big emphasis here on this Pokeball, which I assume is probably gonna have something to do with the Pokeball that Roy has. And from the looks of the designs on the logo, clearly we're gonna be dealing with some terrestrialization since it does have that like crystal-like appearance to it. Or am I reading too much into this? But I feel like they're hinting at some stuff just in the logo itself. And judging from the trailer, it looks like in the first episode, we're gonna mostly focus on Liko, and it looks like she's gonna be like the main character. I know it's supposed to be Liko and Roy's show, but every trailer that we've seen has honestly just really focused on Liko, which I love that. We love a female protagonist, but it looks like we might have to wait an episode or two before we get introduced to Roy. And my favorite part of the trailer is this one right here, where we see that there will be a terrestrialized shiny Rayquaza in the show, because that just looks so cool. But like I said, not only did we get a name for our new series and a new trailer, but we also have the summary for episode 1 of the show. We don't have an episode title just yet, but let's take a peek and see what we can expect for episode 1 of our brand new anime. So the description says, Liko, a girl from the Paldea region, has enrolled at the Siki, I believe that's how that's said, somebody tell me if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, Academy, which apparently translated into English is the Indigo Academy, which is a boarding school in the Kanto region, which makes sense as to why it's named the Indigo Academy, since obviously in the Kanto region you have the Indigo League, which I find very interesting that we're getting yet another anime that is set in the Kanto region. I mean, technically the anime is going to take place all across the world, but I would have assumed they would have at least made the school be in Paldea and kind of played off of the two schools that we go to in the games, but I guess we're going back to the Kanto region. People are also saying that this is why she has a hairpin that's similar to Ash's, and they're kind of like debunking that whole theory that this is like Ash's daughter or like a relative of his or whatever, because it would make sense for her to have a pin from the Indigo League, just like Ash had his hat from the Indigo League that he sent in postcards for, since it's literally just all Indigo League merch. So it looks like the theory that this may be a relative of Ash or Ash's daughter may have just been debunked, thanks to our latest description of episode 1. But it goes on to say, Liko is delighted to receive her first Pokemon, Sprigatito, but it doesn't listen to her at all. Sounds familiar, sounds just like Ash and Pikachu. While Liko struggles to deepen her bond with Sprigatito, on the other hand, suspicious people appear who are looking for Liko's mysterious pendant. So it looks like we're gonna be introduced to our evil team literally episode 1, so no Spearows here, just straight up villains from day 1. Which I assume because Sprigatito doesn't listen to Liko, this is probably where we're gonna see that scene that we keep seeing over and over again in the trailers, where they have that big standoff on top of the buildings with the split hair guy, Amethio, and his Ceruledge. And I'm sure Freed and Captain Pikachu are gonna swoop in and help Liko, since she's obviously gonna be struggling with her brand new Sprigatito against a Ceruledge. But of course, I'm obviously just speculating here. But we also have a couple of screenshots from the actual trailer, which if you actually watch the trailer, these are literally just pulled directly from there. And we can see Liko getting her pendant, and of course her with a very sleepy looking Sprigatito, which relatable, me too, Sprigatito, I'm always sleepy. So although this does all sound very familiar, I mean, we have an evil team that's chasing after a pendant in this case instead of a Pokemon, and we have a duo who are not getting along at first, but I'm sure will become great friends along the way. I still have high hopes that this series will take a different direction and not just be a copy-paste version of Ash and Pikachu, but with a female protagonist and a Gen 9 Pokemon. It also makes me wonder if her Sprigatito is actually going to evolve into a Meowscarada, which I really hope it does because I feel like oftentimes the main characters in the Pokemon series end up keeping their starter Pokemon as their first evolutions. Like we have Pikachu, who never evolved into a Raichu, or we have Dawn's Piplup, who never evolved into an Empoleon. Chloe's Eevee never evolved into an Evolution. The list goes on. So I'm hoping that they do change that and we do actually get to see Sprigatito turn into a Meowscarada eventually. Especially since these villains literally have a Cerulege, so I don't really see how a Sprigatito would be able to go up against a Cerulege eventually without some major plot armor. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see for now. But I would love to hear what your thoughts are on our description for episode 1 of Pokemon Horizons. So feel free to leave your thoughts, opinions, theories, whatever down below in the comments. But hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, I kindly suggest that you consider subscribing so that I can continue to make content for you guys. And if you are already subscribed and you would like another way to support the channel, feel free to check out the merch store. There is a link down below in the description that takes you to not only my merch store, but also all of my other socials so you can keep up with what I'm doing on a daily basis. But that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to those of you who have joined the channel as members. I appreciate you all so much. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.